KARE 11 viewers know his name from the land of 10,000 stories. But tonight, we'd like to share an update on Boyd Hoopert's own story as he battles multiple myeloma. He recently sat down with friend and colleague Rena Sargentopoulos to share a pretty serious setback, but also unexpected hope in a newly approved cutting-edge treatment that could help others as well.
All right, come over here, we'll check in.
Life is not always in our hands.
Got my lunch. Sherry's loaded up with books. It looks like we're gonna stay for a week.
And holding on to hope
Good morning.
Hey, are you here for me?
I am.
All right.
is what helps us get through.
This is our home today.
Admittedly, this is not the update Boyd was hoping to share.
And I want you as far up on the bed as possible because you're going to slide down.
And it is certainly not the one any of us wanted to hear.
You can almost see it on my doctor's face when he came in the room. It's like that it wasn't gonna be great news.
Boyd's multiple myeloma is on the move. After his bone marrow transplant 2.5 years ago, Boyd knew with no cure, he was living on borrowed time. But still, he thought he'd have a little more of it.
I don't know, I was thinking 5 years, you know. Some people get 10, some people get more. But did not expect to be back here in 2 years. Yeah, that was disappointing.
I think we both were pretty stunned because he's been pretty active, working and not slowing down.
Okay, so it is a setback.
But your veins are great, so we're going to use your veins.
I'm very proud of my veins.
But it's not all bad. I mean, Boyd's sense of humor
Turn your sound down a little bit when I scream.
is still fully intact. And in the last 2 years, Boyd and Sherry's faith has grown, along with their sense of peace and acceptance.
Maybe I can let myself be hopeful that this is going to be a solution for me.
So you're doing a donation for yourself?
Yeah. T-cells.
With the cancer gaining ground, Boyd's doctors decided a new treatment was necessary, something completely different. Boyd is going through CAR T-cell therapy, a treatment so new it wasn't even FDA approved for multiple myeloma when he was diagnosed less than 3 years ago. And up until April of this year, patients had to relapse up to 4 times before it was offered.
He's the very first patient that we enrolled as second-line therapy. I mean, hot off the press.
How's that for timing? Dr. Amy Marino says CAR T-cell therapy uses your own immune system to fight the cancer. They are taking Boyd's healthy T-cells and sending them off to a lab to be re-engineered. That's where a protein will be added, a chimeric antigen receptor, or CAR. It's how CAR T-cell therapy gets its name. The CAR is trained specifically to fight multiple myeloma. Then the T-cells will be returned and put back into his body.
So basically it becomes its own living drug, replicating itself in the body, and that continues on as it continues engaging multiple myeloma, killing it, and continuing to proliferate.
While not a cure, it is promising, and not just for Boyd or other multiple myeloma patients. CAR T-cell therapy is already being used in other cancers, and Dr. Marino says they are studying it in solid tumors as well.
They got to keep funding the research and keep those folks in the lab well fed, nourished.
The bone marrow transplant gave Boyd 2 more years. He did not waste them. He's been working at the job he still desperately loves, traveling the world with his wife of 40 years. And in that time, the new love of his life, granddaughter Tess, was born.
Somebody asked me if you knew it was only going to last 2 years, would you do it again? And like, in a heartbeat, sign me up. I'd go through anything to get 2 more years. I would do that 100 times over again.
And hold steady.
Oh, that's a big needle.
And here he goes again. But this time, the hope is that there will be many more years on the other side of this new treatment.
If I want more time, and I do, then this is what I have to do. And that's okay. In the hopes that when this stops working, they will have developed something else that they can try on me.
And that's the thing. Dr. Marino says the oncology field is moving so fast right now. 2 years ago, this procedure wasn't available, and who knows what the next 2 years might bring. Maybe a cure.
And that's really an exciting time when the people in the field are very convinced that we're getting close to that. And I think we are. I think we'll see that in Boyd's lifetime.
You do? A cure.
Yes.
That's great.
A cure. 2 words have never delivered more hope.
I'm hoping that he does die a very old man because I need him. But I feel like the world needs him too. He's such a bright light. There's so few people that are like that.
Next steps, Boyd will get 3 days of chemo to prep his body for the T cells to do their job. He'll spend 7 to 10 days in the hospital, then will need to isolate at home for a month. He hopes to be back to work in 6 weeks, but he told me he's worked so far ahead, as Boyd would do, that folks might not even notice that he's gone. You will still get to see brand new Land of 10,000 Stories in his absence. And Sherry is absolutely right. He is a bright light, and I made it almost through the whole thing.
You did a great job.
Yeah, you did a really nice job. I know how close the two of you are. We all love him in the newsroom. We know you at home love him as well, and would wonder once those Land of 10,000 Stories start to run a little more thin where he's been. So all your prayers, keep them coming. They're people of faith and believe it works, and we do too, I know.
do.
So.